Hello again, viewers. It's time for my puzzle of the day. Hopefully, you're getting used to these puzzles now, and it's giving you something to get your own grey matter working, should we say. It's one thing watching chess, but you've got to use that knowledge to become a better chess player. Now, these puzzles are also over on Chessable. So if you want to have a look at these ones we've got in the show and some other puzzles, there's a free course there. Now, here we see Daniil Dubov with the white pieces playing against Rasmus Svein in the European Team Championships in 2019. Now, Daniil Dubov, as I'm sure most of you are aware, is a real crowd favorite at the moment, one of my favorite players. He's incredibly imaginative. He's really brave. He's really a leader rather than a follower. A lot of chess players sort of copy established theory, opening ideas. But what I like about Dubov is that he's a creator. He leads the way. He comes up with his own concepts. Very creative player. And this just emphasizes this position here, that creativity. Now, he has the white pieces. And again, it's all about the opponent's king. What is that king doing there? Well, Daniil has chased it down the board, but we've got to finish it off. So have a think how you can finish that king off. In this position, there's no good checks. So the little rule I say, if there's no good checks, look for captures. And then the next thing you should look at, and that's what we want to look at here, is threats. So look at ways you can create deadly threats like checkmate in the position. Even if it allows your opponent to capture something, look for those key moves. And good luck. I'll bring you the answer later on. Hello, Chessable viewers. Well, the answer here is bishop b3. And this is just a fantastic move. This is allowing black to take the bishop. But of course, if black now takes the bishop, we can use our queen with checks. Queen c2, queen a2, checkmate. So that bishop cannot be taken here. And we're creating two very strong threats. Mate in one, queen a4. And the queen can also come to c1, which will lead to the same sequence we just saw. So there's not really much Daniil can do. Rasmus can do here to stop this. He tried bishop d7, but after queen c1, we had the same checkmate we've just seen, which is quite forced there. Any other moves he can do? Well, he can throw in a check if he so wishes, but we can block that check, and this simply delays matters. And as we've seen, well, everything else is losing. It's simply going to be checkmate. A beautiful finish to a crowd favorite player. Well, quite an easy one for you next. But again, we're trying to pick moments historically that were very important in the development of chess. And this one is going back to the World Championship match, which took place in Havana in 1892. And this propelled Steinitz on his way to becoming world champion. It's Chigorin with the white pieces, famous for loving his knights, the Chigorin opening against Steinitz. And it's black to play. And this really, again, very easy puzzle, but it demonstrates the power of the two rooks. And I know these might be a bit easy for some of you, but it's a free entry-level course and a great way just to demonstrate how pieces should work together. So it was Nimzovich who said that the rooks on the 7th rank are deadly. Two rooks on the 7th rank often worth a piece. So that is the case here. Black is a piece down, but he can deliver checkmate through a well-known technical little sequence. What is the sequence? Well, you start with rook takes h2 check, and the king has to move to g1, and now the other rook can just come here, trapping that king. And this finish has occurred in many games, but a very important win there for Steinitz. A nice win now between two players who were the elite in the start of the 19th century, 1911. And this is Rubinstein and Capablanca. Now, we know Capablanca became world champion, and he was a great world champion, known for his endings, but it's Rubinstein's time now. This was played in the famous San Sebastian tournament in 1911. And what move did White now play to gain material advantage? Look for those checks, captures, and forcing ideas. Well, Rubinstein now just took on d5. And the point of this rather simple tactic is that if the knight is captured, we're going to take back with check, win this one, be 2 pawns up, which is obviously winning at this level. Queen h6 was tried, but now just king g2, and it's the same idea. But the main point, which I'm hoping some of you saw, is that after rook d8, which was maybe Capablanca's idea, it looks like the tide could have changed here. You have to have seen the next move to have solved this puzzle, otherwise you're losing a piece. And here, queen c1 is the key move. Without seeing this move in advance, you should not be capturing on d5. And again, it just shows you that you need to double check your calculations and not rush into the first move you see. And here, the point being, if we capture here, we can just take. And now if rook takes, bishop takes check, wins the rook. And if pawn takes, white goes a very sensible pawn up here. And in the game, after this happened, white is also a pawn up. So nice material gain there for no risk for Rubinstein. Crisp tactic.